Hãy đến ngay với chúng tôi này, Five Star English, cùng vào lớp Anh ngữ 5 sao này. We got what you need.
English has become one of the most necessary subjects that you need to study.
It's easier to communicate using English.
I can use it all over the world.
It is the global language of business, of study, of travel, even entertainment. And I think all of us are really lucky to be living in a time when, with one language, you can talk to and learn from and work with people from every country in the world.
I decided to go to Australia. I'm going to study in the media field, so English is important to me.
Learning English means that, of course, you can go study overseas in an English-speaking university.
I want to show that I can speak English, and I really hope to study abroad.
Learning English opens up the entire world.
Có đi du học thì các cháu nó mở mang cái tầm nhìn hơn và học hỏi được nhiều hơn.
Sau đó tiếp đến là mục tiêu thì sau này học sang tiếng Anh thì tôi sẽ định hướng cho cháu đi học ở nước ngoài.
IELTS is the most globally accepted English language examination. If you want to study, you have to have a high enough IELTS score. If you want to work, you often have to have a high enough IELTS score.
I want to go to study abroad, so I need to study English to improve my IELTS.
To study in New Zealand, the target of the score is 6.5.
It's really essential to understand the exam, and there are some strategies that can help. But fundamentally, IELTS is a test of your English ability. IELTS is a test of how well you read, listen to, write, and speak English. You will not succeed on IELTS unless you have a high enough level of English.
There will be no shortcuts. There will be no tips and tricks on how to improve after a short period of time. And that's, I think, the most important thing.
No matter how many strategies you memorize, no matter how many tips you receive, it's always important to build up your English ability first before you focus on studying for the IELTS exam. We offer two main programs at Five Star English. One is our academic English program, which helps you improve your general English level as well as your academic English and skills. And we also have an IELTS focused program, which helps you improve your knowledge and skills for the IELTS exam and also helps you improve your English ability at the same time.
Find out what your strengths and your weaknesses are so that in the future you can better assess those areas.
At Atlantic Five Star, we offer an IELTS skills program, which allows students to concentrate on specific weak skills and improve those.
They give you feedback in a very specific way, and it helps you know what you're good at, and they pushes you to do even more.
I think my writing skills improved a lot.
The ultimate goal of language learning is to be able to use it to communicate.
When I'm studying English, I feel very comfortable because I can say what I think.
Con về thì con cũng chia sẻ là con cảm thấy rất là thích và tự tin, thoải mái giao tiếp với thầy.
Our approach at Five Star English is that students are constantly in every lesson talking, communicating, writing, expressing themselves. And this builds that confidence over time.
I feel confident.
We also work to develop students' autonomy by encouraging them to do as much learning outside of class as possible.
What we really want is for our students to be more responsible of their own learning. And one way we're doing that is to provide them with online homework.
All of our courses at Five Star English are blended. Blended learning is simply the combination of face-to-face learning and online learning.
If you plan to study abroad and you're not prepared to work autonomously, to work by yourself, then you'll just get left behind. It is your responsibility, so I think that's absolutely essential.
So the purpose of the online learning is to reinforce, review, and extend what the students have done in class. Research has shown that this combination of online learning and face-to-face learning actually produces the best result. A lot of students in Vietnam are surprised when they get to university in the US or the UK or Australia or another country. There's a lot of differences in the learning systems. To succeed in studying overseas, you need to be able to write essays and read research papers. You need to listen to lectures. You need to be able to take notes. You might need to talk to your professor. So I think all of these are really important. But we recognize that students need a lot more than just English skills in order to be successful. They need lots and lots of other skills as well. Collaboration and teamwork and communication, creativity. And all of these are becoming more and more important in the modern world.
Chị muốn có con gái có một cái kỹ năng sống tốt.
And I see that parents and students in Vietnam now are really focused on these skills.
Kỹ năng mềm, kỹ năng sống, cái tự lập và giải quyết những vấn đề của bản thân với cả những cái tương tác với các bạn ở trong trường cũng là một cái kỹ năng rất là quan trọng khi mà cháu tiếp tục đi du học.
A lot of these students are going to study abroad, and a lot of these students want to be more globally minded.
You also need to be able to make friends, and you need to be able to ask directions and set up a bank account or fill out forms, talk to university officials, and just have fun. Also build a social network around you. All of these skills outside of the classroom are absolutely essential. Our approach to English is to integrate all these other skills into our courses.
Cháu tiếp thu được rất nhiều cái mới, cái hay, kỹ năng sống phần mềm.
So students are learning and developing their awareness of these life skills, and they're also doing it in English, which will prepare them much better when they do go to an English-speaking country to study overseas.
Trung tâm luôn luôn là nghĩ đến chuyện là làm sao mà nâng cao chất lượng. Tôi cảm nhận là trung tâm bao giờ cũng nghĩ đến chuyện là làm sao nâng cao chất lượng của học sinh.
Cháu đi học về cháu có tiến bộ và cháu có sự hào hứng, và thứ hai là cháu có đạt những kết quả rất là tốt ở trường về môn ngoại ngữ.
Được sự dạy dỗ của các thầy đây, gia đình rất là yên tâm.
Chị muốn nói là chị rất là cảm ơn trung tâm đã làm cho con gái chị rất là thích học. Và
learning English allows you to participate in the global conversation about how to live an effective life in the 21st century. And I think that's the most important gift that you get from learning English.